Now, I have spent hundreds of hours super detailing my attic layout. I know some of my friends, they prefer a little lower level of detailing. I actually have one friend that prefers running it on plywood and having almost no scenery. Well, whatever makes you happy. Of course, we can still be friends, but I prefer just the detailing of this layout. Now, I started with, when I laid out the woodwork and the track work, I wanted to have the track airbrushed. And I airbrushed every single piece of Gargrave's track. In the tunnels, I lined inside the tunnels with brick wall. The track inside the tunnels is totally ballasted. Now, a lot of these things are overkill, but to me, it's part of why I enjoy model railroading. The people. There are literally hundreds of people on this layout. I've hand painted many of them. Every little detail, the boatyard, the tower house, and the little landscaping areas in the front of the layout, the big K&W Industries building, it's all balsa wood. All of the little things like extra ties along the right of way. I've detailed out some of the engines in ways you almost don't see on the video, but I've enjoyed every step of working on the detailing. Now, I do understand a lot of people that have come up to see the layout in real life, the first thing they say is, wow, you even have people in the cars. Yeah, well, some of them have 4 or 5 people. The little things like the vehicles are super detailed. The boatyard in the back has extra boats. It's the water, the 3 lakes on the layout, very detailed. They even have fishermen fishing and people taking boats in and out. It's when somebody's here, and of course my primary thing, the control line fly-in field that Carlos Serra did the mechanism for. And some of the scenic things like the coaling tower, the very, very unique one-of things, the details, the light poles, the people. I've spent so much time doing people, and especially the big passenger station. There's just a lot of little hand labor things that you have to see it in real life. It is a super detailed layout. All the little details on the layout I've done on an ongoing basis. I like to add things on a regular basis, make things, add things. I find a little area to lay out that doesn't have a lot of details, and I'll just spend some time detailing it out. And especially in the area where the coal unloader and loader are, I made that to represent similar to a Lionel accessory of the 50s and 60s, but not an exact copy, and it's all made from wood. Back in the 50s and 60s, some of my earlier O-gauge layouts had plasticville buildings and all of the things that went along with it, and Lionel accessories. I had bunches of them. But when I made this layout, and that was 26 years ago, of course, I wanted to have a little bit more realistic scenery, and I did a lot of it. A lot of the stuff I made by hand, like the boatworks, totally made from balsa wood, or the big K&W Industries. Of course, that's the chimney to the house. Doing the kind of compressed scenery that you usually would find on an O-gauge layout, unless you have unlimited space. It's like the lake here. I love the fact that it reflects in the lake, and all of the boats have people in them. The tunnels are lined. There's so many things you don't see until you look really close. And because I was very involved in control line model airplane flying my whole life, when I made the flying field, Carlos Serra spent a lot of time using a VCR motor and gearing it down somehow. Again, he really did a great job getting the plane to fly at a scale speed It looks easy when it's done. It wasn't. We worked on that many hours. Carlos gets the full credit for that. And then I carved up the little B-25, which is an exact copy of one of the models I fly. And just for reference, this is the model that the model of the model is modeled after, and this is modeled after a Tuskegee Airman B-25 from World War II. Very, very highly detailed. When I designed the layout, I wanted to have a crossover. I thought that would be one of the focal points, one of the areas I could shoot a lot of video from or make some interesting things. The switch tower and the little place where the guys are landscaping and have wheelbarrows and shovels. It's just a super detailed little part of the layout. And I wanted it right up in the front of the layout where when you walked into the room, you could see it right away. And seeing all those little details, I really liked it. Now, every time I do have a night to run the trains, I look back at 26 years. We were carrying the lumber. These were 16-foot beams to make this layout, working with the Gargraves track. So many memories. Was the first time I worked with it, molding up all the portals out of plaster, all of the things that line the tunnels, and the first Mike's Train House engine I bought for this layout, and learning how to use the DCS. Looking back, it was wonderful memories. My old Lionel collection, I had an extensive collection of trains. I wanted to work with styrofoam and make the mountains. I made the mountains in my shop, painting the backdrops. My good friend George Venturini was a professional artist, and he was coaching me, but he wouldn't get up on a table and do them. I was like, it was really a good memory. But then it came to the fun part, the detailing. Once you get the trains running, and then the scenery, doing the scenery for this layout was a total labor of love that extended over many years. And the detailing, the scenery itself started out relatively simple. The roads were balsa wood, but then I just got a little bit carried away. I wanted everything. I wanted every square inch of it. The lakes, there's 3 lakes on the layout. I wanted them to be as realistic as possible. And there were just so many things, little details everywhere that just, the little rowboats, the little people fishing, the coal yard, people in the passenger cars, people in the cars, and people sitting on the ties watching the trains go by. There was just no end to the amount of time that I spent doing this. The Carabello Boat Works, and I was looking at this layout from every possible angle so I would be able to shoot pictures of it. The crossover, and I knew once I had the crossover in my mind, it just took off on a path of its own. This was a dedication to my business partner, Joseph Cassie, and my old Lionel train collection, which I still have. Wonderful, wonderful memories of just a great time of my life. And if you have some trains that need upgrading or repairing, there's only one place to go, the Train Doctor. They buy, sell, and repair trains, and they're great to do business with. I've done business with them many years. And thank you so much to Roger Karp and the crew at Classic Toy Trains for featuring our layout in the magazine when it was relatively new. We've changed it a bit since then. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have over 3,000 videos. You can sort out all of the O-gauge ones very conveniently by using the playlist feature on the main YouTube screen. That will allow you to get to all of the O-gauge videos very, very conveniently. And there are many of them, including building the layout, showing how we do some of our videography. I've done videoing since 1987, and maybe some tips on building a layout that you can use. So I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please take a second or two and hit the like button. And one and all, thank you so much for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and one and all, thank you so much for watching.